This is Lucas Palmeira from Imaginando, and I'm here to give you another tutorial on DRC. For today's tutorial, I'm gonna teach you how to make some sounds from the song Big in Japan by the great 80s new age band called Alphaville. So let's get right into it. Okay, so we got 6 sounds to do, and the first one that we're going to do is this one, which plays like this. There's 2 of the same one. They're hard panned left and right, so both together sound like this. Okay. So I'm gonna start with this one, bring it to the center, bring back the default patch. Okay, and first thing we're going to do is go to first oscillator, raise 1 octave, change it to a square. Change the pulse width so we thin the sound a little bit. Okay. Next thing we're going to do is raise the second oscillator to maximum. Drop 1 octave. Detune it to 100. And change the semitone to 5. Okay, now for the filter, we want to change the sound to mono, from poly to mono. And now envelope generator 2 amount, this is the amount of the second envelope generator controlling the cutoff filter in time. We want 536 and the cutoff to 284. Resonance 116. Okay. Now for the first envelope generator, the one that controls the amplitude, we want 038, 261 on the decay. Then we want a 0 sustain, so we're gonna get the sound much shorter. And a release of 300, it's default. Envelope generator 2, the one controlling the cutoff, we want 0. 346 on the decay, sustain of 400, and a release of 100. Finally, we want some reverb, 431 on the decay, damping of 261, no, sorry, 431 on the decay, 500 on the damping, or about there. I should be okay with 503. Modulation of 346, and an amount of 177. Okay. Now we put it on the left, and we can just copy this one and put it here. I can even delete it, so you can check it out and paste it here on second channel. One is full left, the other full right, and both of them sound like this. Okay, so let's go now to the low bass, which is this one. Which has this equalizer on as well. I'm gonna turn it off for now. Bring back the default patch. Okay. Now, first oscillator is a triangle wave. Like this. Second oscillator is a sine, is a saw with drop 1 octave and fine tune it. First, let me just raise it, fine tune it to 152. Pre-gain 769, 65. Yeah, it could be 765. Now let's change performance mode from poly to mono. And now on the filter, we want to drop the cutoff to 222. Okay, and the resonance to 296. Okay, now first envelope, on the second envelope generator, since we're here, we're gonna put everything at 0, but the release, we leave it to 100. Now for the first envelope generator controlling the amplitude, we want 0, 2, 3, 7 on the decay. Sustain of 6, 1, 8. And 300 release. And we got our low bass. Now for these keys. The reason I have 3 synthesizers to make the keys is so I can get different harmonics to generate the whole sound. So the whole keys sound like this when I play them. So you can hear there is this high component, this medium component, and this low component. Okay, so we're gonna start with the high component of the keys, which is this really high sound. I'm gonna turn off this equalizer for now. I forgot to turn on the equalizer on the bass here, sorry. This is basically a cutoff high pass at 65 with a boost of 9 dBs at 639 Hertz for this bass. So back to the keys. Now without the equalizer, let's bring back the default patch. And first thing I'm going to do is raise the first oscillator to maximum and change it to a square. And now change the pulse width to 899. Okay. And since I have the LFO1 at 350, right, I'm going to change the pulse width modulation to 506. Okay. Now for the second oscillator, just want to check one thing out really fast. $696,805. So 696,805. These are the volumes 696 for the oscillator 2, 895 for the master. It can be 896 for sure, no problem. And for the pre-gain, 896 was the pre-gain. 805 was, sorry. So it's 805 here, 896 on the pre-gain, and 696 on oscillator 2. So we got it right. Envelope generator 2, 627. Then we got for the cutoff 664. Resonance 158. And we got the filter done. Now let's go to the first envelope generator. We got 0, 1, 4, 7 on the attack. Sustain at 0. And 231 on the release. Envelope generator 2, we got 0, 2, 4, 3 on the decay. Sustain of maximum. And a release of 7, 2, 7, 4. Okay. Finally, let's go to the reverb. Give it an amount of 3, 5, 8. Six, 6, 6 on the decay. Damping of 388. And we're done with the high key. 358. Okay. Now let's go to the medium key, which is this one. But first, sorry, let's turn on the equalizer. So we only have that high part of the sound. Now for the medium, I'm not going to turn off this equalizer because it's only taking a little bit of 5 dBs out of 1.94 kilohertz. Let's bring back the default patch. And first thing, oscillator 1, square wave, pulse width of 844. Now master at maximum, pre-gain at 938. Okay. But oscillator 1 at 521. Okay. Now we go to the filter. And envelope generator 2 at 6 to 7. And a cutoff of 502. Resonance 194. But we want a filter that it's not so steep at filtering the frequency, so we're going to change it from a low pass 4-pole to a low pass 2-pole. Okay. Now for the first envelope generator, we want 0, 153 decay, 0 sustain, 201 on the release. Second envelope generator, 0 sustain again, a decay of 243, and finally a release of 243 as well. Let's go to the reverb, an amount of 549. Yeah, 545 should be okay. 569 on the decay, damping of 509, and a modulation of 426. Okay. Finally, we got the low key. Let's bring back the default patch again. First oscillator, let's drop an octave, change it to a square, and we need a pulse width of 808. Now, a pre-gain of 800 and 5. And now we go to the filter. Envelope generator 2 at 800. Cutoff at 376. And a resonance of 168. Now for the first envelope generator, we got 0274, sustain of 086, release of 231. Second envelope generator, 0 attack, 0 sustain, 176 on the decay, and a release of 559. 559. Okay. Reverb now. 316 for the amount. A decay of 497. A damping of 500 and a modulation of 474. Okay, and now if we turn them all like before. Okay. Now for the last sound, which is this DG flute, sounds something like this. Okay, I'm gonna bring back the default patch. And first thing, I'm gonna change the first oscillator to a sine wave. Raise 1 octave. Oscillator 2, change it. I think it stays as a sine. Yeah, for sure. So second oscillator also a sine wave. Let's raise the volume to 682. Oscillator 1, 661. Pregain 604. Okay. And now let's detune the second oscillator to 68. Performance mode from poly to mono. And now attack 1 on the first envelope generator, 197. Decay 500, sustain 800, a release of 300. For the second envelope generator, we got 0 to 30, 400, and 100. So all default values. So now for the reverb, we want an amount of 479. Decay of 745. a damping of 500, and a modulation of 431. Now chorus, we got 300 depth and a rate of 380. But now let me check. So we got a pre-gain of 604. So they're both like that. Something is filtering the sound that I'm actually not seeing. Yeah, but it's sounding okay. What I'm not understanding is why this is... Oh, it's on a saw. My bad. It was supposed to be a sine. So that's what it was. Now we got the sound ready. And we got all the sounds ready, so just bear with me while I get this ready first. Listen. Okay, we got everything ready to go, so let's now listen. Done. Okay, so this was it, guys. I really hope you have enjoyed this tutorial. If you enjoyed this tutorial and like our content, please give us a like and subscribe to our channel. That means a lot to us. Please check us out. We have new content coming up every week and things are growing, so keep in touch. Goodbye.